Another question. When you are pushing forward to create the life you want, but your own community does not see your value, you have to build what you believe in, what connects with you. So innately you feel to build something, create something, do something. You do it because you see that. You're basically answering that call to yourself. And others may not see it. You know, I'm a sculptor. Early on in my sculpting career, it wasn't an obvious choice. So, for how to make a living. But this is what I've always done to make a living. I've always been a sculptor. And so, what did I do? I wanted to do this with my life. I believed in it. So I created it and I kept going forwards. And other people's opinions and their value, what they think, whether they think you're of value or not, that's just their opinions. You have to see that you have to go on what's true to you. That's so important because everybody around you has their own opinions and you may be doing something completely different to what they understand or what they've seen before. And just because of that, they don't want to encourage you. They don't want to say to you, oh yeah, no, that's great, you should do that. No, because it's not what they do. So to boil that down, it comes down to this. For fulfillment and being true to yourself, you have to be able to hear yourself. And then from there, you go forwards. And not everybody else around you is going to see what you're doing is one of value or that this is what you should be doing. But you have to stick with yourself. Stick with what speaks to you. Because you will only find fulfillment through the expression of your own heart's desires. You won't find it in doing what others are saying for you to do. So what others think you should do can't be the answer, right? Then the next stage on from that is that you also can't look for the validation from them because they may not be able to see it. That's not their fault. That's not wrong or right. They just may not be able to see it. So you have to see inside yourself, this is of meaning to you, and this is how you want to spend your life. You'll be gone soon. So the only meaning here is the quality of your life. And the quality of your life can only come from how much joy and fulfillment you have. And joy and fulfillment is in direct relation to how true you are to yourself. So you have to be free of the good opinion of others. Meaning, they're wanting to have a good opinion of you. They want the best, what they think is the best for you. But that will be through their lens, through their outlook. But they can't know your heart's desires. They can't know what is calling you and what you find most fulfilling. Only you can know that, and that's your job. Your job is to be able to hear yourself, hear what's speaking to you, and then dedicate yourself to that. Now, it may not be, the opportunities may not come exactly as you want them, but as long as it's around that area and allows you to have self-expression around what feels true to you, That's it. You take that step. You know, for me, when I first started out, I was wood carving. I was wood carving, ornamental wood carving. And then from there, that was working with my hands, but there was not enough self-expression in it. So over the years, I slowly took that to wood carving figurative pieces and wildlife. And then I took that next stage then to sculpting in clay, figurative pieces which were more symbolic of my core beliefs and core insights. And slowly but surely, I was able to work it so it was more aligned with my expression. And other people's opinions or them not being able to see what value you bring, they can't see it. You have to just accept that they can't see it. And they don't understand it, where you're at and what you're doing. And that's the core to it. That's the main core to this, is that you have to accept that the other may not be able to see what's right for you. Because they can't. That speaks for itself. So then you have to ask yourself, why do I need their validation? What is it in me which says the other has to be able to see the value I'm bringing? Why do they have to? They can't. They aren't. So then you see in yourself, I'm doing this thing. I'm doing my artwork. I'm doing my craft. And then I'm still saying, but I can only be happy with what I'm doing if the others can see my value. But the fulfillment is in the doing itself, is in the expression itself. Of being true to yourself is where the fulfillment lies. It never lies in the validation of the outside world. The outside world has is all based around status and all, like we speak about, based around the self-seeking mind of, he who has more is more, and so on. All based around that, right? We know that. We've been through that before. So that can never know what is true for you, because that will always only look at it through that status lens. So it's more important that not what they're doing, is that you see in yourself that you're looking for validation. And you have to see inside yourself, why am I asking for validation? Why am I looking to the outside world for yeses? And sit with that. Sit in that place and see what starts to show itself there. That's important. Sit with it and see what starts to show itself.